Hello, hello, hello. Your Salesforce Saturday-ish remote thing. I am EJ Bance, and I'm a Salesforce consultant for 12 years, 13 years. I lost count. But I've been running my own practice for almost 6 years now. And today, I'm just going to do my normal thing where I struggle through a bunch of stuff and let people watch me while I do it. I hope you have very low expectations for this stream. This is completely unprepared, very unprofessional. And I probably shouldn't be doing this at all. But I'm going to do it regardless if I broadcast it or not. And I'm just going to have fun while I do it. For this one, I was thinking about showing how I struggle through processing emails with Agentforce. I don't even know if it's possible to do. But this is what I have in my head. Let me diagram out here what I'm thinking. Oh, I gotta share my screen. So I got my FigJam open. So I'm thinking I've got some email and I'm gonna send it to an Apex class. And in Salesforce, I think these are called like email services, where you can get a unique email address that will all into an Apex class, basically an email handler inside of Apex. I've done this a bunch of times, so that's not a big deal. But what I don't know how to do is, can this Apex class then somehow call an agent, like Agentforce, an Agentforce agent? Like, can it call an agent, or does it have to call a specific topic? Or can it just figure out the topic, which could then use an action, and then have the action like do things like maybe insert a record, or maybe even like maybe have it reply to the email. I'm not sure what even makes sense. Like maybe the email service should send a reply, or the email service should insert the record. But I'm kind of thinking it'd be cool if just the agent could do it all. But so I think this is where I want to start with, to see, like, is it possible to call an agent from Apex? I think there's like a REST interface for them, but there might be a more direct way. So I guess I don't know why I'm doing this, but you can watch, I guess, how I look up this stuff. So a Salesforce Apex calling Agentforce. Call an agent from a Flow or Apex class. Well, that's exactly what I want. Put your agent's topic actions and reasoning capabilities to work outside of a chat window with custom agent invocable actions. Call an Agentforce service agent. I know service agent is a special thing. Like there's the employee agent. Oh yeah, or the default agent. Yeah, so the default one is like the employee agent. Yeah, this sounds like what I wanted to do. So how do you do it? Call an agent from a Flow or Apex class. Custom agent invocable action. Let's see what that one is. Invoke Java action. Why the heck does it say that? Invocable action. Create custom action. And then you give it parameters. Interesting. Call a custom agent invocable action from an Apex class to complete a task automatically with your Agentforce service agent or default agent. Apex class must return agent's response. I don't know why it says Java action. I'm not familiar with this invocable class at all, but I'm wondering if I can just maybe call this from a anonymous Apex and see where it gets us. So I'll open up my VS Code and try to do that. So just a raw window here, and I'll see what this stuff even does. I don't know what this is, but I just want to see, like, is this class even a thing? I guess it is. Create a custom action. I don't really get what these parameters here. I think I want to look up the documentation for what this invocable is. Create custom action. So it lets you do invocable actions. What was the method? Create custom action. Creates a wrapper for a custom invocable action. Type and a name. Oh, I can't say I understand it yet. But I imagine if I tried to do these things, it's just going to fail because this probably isn't a thing. But I'll just see what kind of error it gives me, and then that might give me some clues. Weird, no error. Yeah, so invalid input. Please make sure the action name is correct. Yeah, this thing doesn't exist. So what is the right thing to pass it? I have no idea. So let's get inside my org. Like, it kind of looks like this should just be the name of the agent. So like if I want to call this default agent, how do I get the name of it? This thing here. Agent configuration data cannot be loaded for agent type employee. Let me try the other one. Let me try a service agent. So like the support agent. This one. Well, that's taking a while. What would you like to report? Wow. So it's calling it. Very interesting. That's kind of weird. So let's see. I don't remember what this agent is even set up to do. So let me look at what topics it has. Oh, this is some classroom stuff I was experimenting with. This one's probably not good for demo. Let me do the, see what's in the other one. Product questions. I wonder if I just want to create a new one for this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna deactivate this one because I think I'm done with that. And I'll just create a new one. Not at the moment. Why? Why can't I deactivate it? That's weird. I wonder if it's like active or something, and that's why like someone's using it. All right, maybe I can just create a new one. I've never seen that error before. So we will create a service agent, I guess. Wants to give me all these things by default that I don't want. Maybe case management. So in my demo, so when we email service, yeah, how about let's leave case management. Company. Duo is a Salesforce consulting business. Wow, something weird's going on. I don't know what that error is. Changes for this bot version are not allowed. I wonder if this has something to do with, wasn't the summer release last night? So I don't know. I can't seem to edit my agents. Can I deactivate this one? Yeah, it's like something weird's going on. Let me try another org. I'm logging into just my production org in another window. Michael says, maybe for this reason, you cannot deactivate an agent if they are default owner of leads. I don't think the agent could be. If the agent uses the Einstein panel, needs to be closed before deactivation. Agent. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Michael. So an Agentforce agent is not a user. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by the Agentforce agent being the default owner of a lead. Now there's a user associated with the agent. I'm not sure if you're referring to that. They are definitely not the default. I've been deactivating that agent every day for the last week. So I didn't change anything. And yeah, and also when we say like if the agent uses an Einstein panel, the agent wouldn't be, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this is my production org, and I'm going to see if I can deactivate things in prod. We're improving. Okay. Deactivate. Okay, so this one lets me deactivate. So I think it's something weird going on in this org. So it did get upgraded. That was the new logo for winter or for summer 25. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even let me create a new. So maybe I'll create a new agent using a new user. Because I did select that existing Angie agent. Maybe I'll just leave the defaults for everything. Duo is a Salesforce consulting business. So I'll create a new user. Yeah, something weird is going on. Changes for this bot version are not allowed at the moment. It's like there's some weird thing in the back end. So I think what I'm going to do for now is just leave the agents alone and just call them as they exist. And what I have is this agent that the one that's active has some topics for, it's designed for a school and have them reporting incidents. And it will let you like report a student being absent. So maybe we use that as the example. So we'll email into the service to say, hey, my student, my child is not going to be at school today. And then it should create a case for that. So I can demo this by saying my child Jay Bance will not be at school today. This is only today because they have a doctor appointment. We expect only today. Tomorrow. Level. Grade 6. It's weird. It like started to answer, but then it had this sorry. All day. No. It never. Oh, the flow expects it to be coming from. It expects to have a messaging session with it, and so it's not going to be able to log the case because there's no messaging session because of the way that I have the flow written. So I don't know. I guess we'll just pretend for now, and let's just get the code working. We'll just have it do something. We'll just have it like send a reply with whatever the agent says, and then we can worry about the details later. Maybe it'll be working by the time we finish it. So I don't really understand like what you can pass into this thing. So I'll just try asking it a question. What does Duo do for its business? And we'll just see how this answers. Just a generic response. It's like it's not really doing anything with what I asked. So I'm probably not, it's either not receiving this or I'm not putting it in the right parameter. I don't really even know what parameter to put it in. Maybe I need to go back to the help doc. User message does sound right though. But they don't really give you much info on those. So this would be just skipping the agent and calling a prompt directly. I don't think I want models. I want agents. Chat with agents using Agent API. Yeah, there's a REST interface where you can actually call the agent ID. So you give it a message with text. I guess this would be another option, but calling that invocable thing seems easier. Oh, variables. But I think inside of the agent API probably isn't where I want to look for documentation. Where was the other doc I was reading? This. Nope, not this. Oh, it opened a different tab. Yeah, so this is under generative AI. Just want to see like it really honoring the data that I give it. So let me try. Oh, I should tell it that my student's missing. Yeah. Code. Child will be missing from school today. We understand life can get busy. Okay, so this is obviously calling it. So I can make this more elaborate. Say, his name is EJ Bantz, grade 6. It will only be today and not tomorrow. It is for Dr. Appointment. Can't I see my text anymore? Doesn't want to let me scroll. There it is. Okay. Oh. It will be a full day today. We'll be back tomorrow. All right, let's try that. Thank you for letting us know. Do you anticipate additional absences? It's like it's not reading my whole message. We don't expect any more in the future. All right. Thank you for notifying us. Your student's absence has been recorded. Oh, interesting. I mean, I don't think it really recorded it, but let's see. Didn't. But I could probably fix that. Be today. Yep. So there's a flow that I have that it's trying to call. I think if I just move that flow, it'll probably work. I think it's this update case. Yeah, so this is, oh, my cursor locked up. So it's looking to see if it has a session. If it does, gets the case. Oh, so it tries to get it. And so the messaging session has, if it has a case ID, it's loading that into the case ID variable. So I imagine that that's going to be null and that the get case is going to fail. And yeah, it's always just trying to update a case. A good way is to fix this. Just create the case really quick. Maybe put a found case. Get case is null, false. I could create a case and then load the case ID into that variable. I think it would just create the case and then just never mind this stuff. I'm not sure what it's trying to set on the case. Description, owner, priority, subject. Description, owner, priority. Description, owner, priority. Okay. Create it. And then give it a response. Case number is, and then the create case. Okay. And I don't know what this is running as. System, all data. Okay. Save it. Save it. Activate it. All right, let's try this again. Thank you for letting us know. It's like asking if it's correct. I don't want it to confirm it. Just log it. Maybe if I tell it. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? Please just log this and don't ask more questions. Execute anonymous. I know it doesn't look like it really created it because we're not getting the real reference number. Yeah, and it didn't really call it. So I don't know if it's actually calling the flow. It could be going down this path. Because it might be getting some bogus messaging session. So maybe instead of faulting, I don't think it is going this path because I think we would have gotten the error then. I don't know. I really want to change the agent. It's like I almost should try harder to fix this error. I don't even know how to create new versions of this. So if I open it up in Builder, maybe I can change. There's no version in here. So if I deactivate, this is what's really getting me here, is that I'm getting this error. Changes to this agent version are not allowed at the moment. That's driving me crazy. Maybe I can create a new version. From the agent's setup page, click the drop down, save as new version. From the agent setup page. I think that's this. There is no save as new version. Maybe it means this. Here. There's no save as new version. In the builder, there is no save as new version. So I don't know. I don't know how to save as a new version. Boy, these are the struggles. Required add-on license vary by agent type. Maybe they're having an issue. Is there an outage? If I look at the trust. Ooh. Rollback. A rollback is underway. But Michael, you say no outage. I suppose that maybe it's a different instance. Let's see which one I'm on. Canada? Why am I in Canada? No outage for Agentforce. Sure, but if my org is going through a rollback, I could see why I would get that error. So can 9.8 doesn't seem to be in the list. But there are other Canada ones. I'm confused why it doesn't show at all, though. I mean, even the gray one should show in here. Maybe they just don't put developer ones here. But I'm thinking that this rollback thing has something to do with it. So I guess I'll skip it. I'll just move on to the email handler. So that I know I can get that to work. So I'll create a new Apex class. We'll call it email handler. We'll call it email Agentforce handler. And I think I can probably just use AI for this. Date this Apex. Let's try this. Testing. Update this Apex class to be an email handler so it can run as an email service. Yes, that's the one. Okay. So it has to have this interface defined. It has to implement this. And returning success.true is what tells the mail server that, yeah, it was accepted for the delivery. So the email, I think, has like a text version of it and an HTML version of it. So let's just look at the, I think we always want to look at the HTML version, but I'm not sure. It's like starting to create a case for me. That's not what I wanted to do. I still like to code this in comments, and I know I've read things that say you shouldn't code in comments anymore, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Say get the text of the email. Oh, how did it know to do this? Oh, because I put it in the name. But how would it know what to call? Is this even right? I don't think this is a thing. I think it's just making that up. This is the one we want to call. So I need a way to see what came back. And I know doing debug logs for email handlers doesn't really work very well. So I think I want it to email me back what the agent says, so I have a clue. It's weird how it just did it. I don't know, I think I wanted to do the same here. Okay, let's compile. Oh, it doesn't like that. Duplicate variable result. Because we used it here. So we want to rename this one to action result. Method does not exist is success. So it needs to be that. Okay. So if this compiles and we can set it up, oh, we got one more. That does not exist. Set plain text body. I don't know. What it's supposed to do. Gotta look at this messaging. There's a set HTML body. There should be, yeah, set plain text body. Oh, maybe because it's not string. Yeah, it's receiving an object, so we can't pass this whole object into here. Body equal to but we need the specific property of what that's going to look like. So it looks like it has a value. Or a value. Does that work? Just maybe it'll just convert it to a string now that I duplicate variable. Oh, but anyway, it doesn't like casting it from an object to a string. No, I need to understand how to handle these output parameters. Because I'm not really getting it. Like maybe it needs to say get value. Yeah, like that. Oh, it returns a map. That should have worked. I guess it depends on what this object is. Um, you can't do a get on that object. I don't know what that object is in there. Need examples. Get name. Oh, that's how to describe. Yeah, this isn't anything to do with it. Get out parameters, and then it gives you the name. But what does it return? I don't get it. Oh, my cursor locked up. I don't know. I'm surprised I'm stuck on this here. So if I run this again, it looked like it was outputting like a JSON object, but so the response, so it's outputting this parameter and it's deserializing it to look like this JSON thing. So maybe it's a map. and I just need to cast it as a map. Like instead of an object, maybe I need to do a map. Strings. And then this might compile like that. Okay, it compiled. Okay, so now I can install it as a handler. So there's these things called email services. And you create a new one and it'll show you all the classes that have that interface, I think. Oh God, it's showing me everything. This is the one. And it's going to get email from my email address only. It'll be active. And, oh, enable error routing. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. So then it gives us a unique email address. Right here. So now I'll email it. So I sent it an email. Good way to just give me a list of emails for today. I didn't get a reply. It would be nice to also just create something in Salesforce instead of relying on my email. So I'm going to have it create a case anyway, just so we can see it come in. Got an undeliverable email. Invalid conversion from types. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the error I got. So it doesn't like, it must not be a map of line 31. Yeah, so it doesn't like casting this. I don't know what that thing is. Hmm. Is it just a string? Did we already try this? I think we tried this. What do you mean it doesn't exist? I don't know why this is so difficult. Maybe the AI can fix it. What am I? What am I doing wrong here? How do I get the agent response as a string? It's because I had parentheses there. Okay, I compiled. Another test. Hello world. So I'm just sending email like this to the email handler. Except I didn't format it right. That in there. Okay, so I do still want to create the case. Now that I think about it, maybe having I don't know. I was thinking about decoupling it and just having the email handler just log a case with the email and then have something that comes in afterwards, maybe with a flow, and have the flow call the agent to do something with it. And then I don't have to do everything through Apex. I did get the response, and that is the response I got. So technically, I do have email to Agentforce working right now. But okay, so I didn't, in this example, I didn't give it anything useful. So I could try to give it something better. And try to create a more meaningful one. I type this all over again. Let's take that and put it in the body. Yikes. Subject isn't used. Okay. Can't hit the send button because my toolbar's in the way. Yeah. Okay, so that is being sent. Don't remember if I deployed that. No. Got an undeliverable. Email body is required. Line 54, so I think it was hitting an error. $54. Yep, so I never put the error in here. All right, I'll send another message. Undeliverable. Oops. It's the same. Oh. Call it was unsuccessful because of pending uncommit. Oh, yeah, it doesn't like. Yeah. You gotta call the insert after. So I can't really do this at the top. I have to do it at the bottom. Before the return. Nate says, what's happening here? You're having Agentforce send a message to a email handling. Yeah. So Nate, what I'm trying to do is be able to email something into Salesforce using a custom handler and then have it call an agent that does things. So I think the concept is like instead of having people's interaction with the agent be through that co-pilot thing, like let's say you have a rep that's on the road and I'm thinking just let the agent or let the sales rep just send an email into Salesforce to have it do stuff. Like like maybe just send an email to Salesforce to say, "Hey, I just met with this customer, log an activity for me." So then that person doesn't have to mess with the Salesforce app at all, and maybe they'll use the system more. Um, yeah, kind of like having an assistant, a Salesforce assistant that is that you can interact with through email instead. So it's not meant to receive emails from just anybody. It's just meant to be from a specific sales rep or all of your sales reps at the company, and then have it do things on their behalf. But what you missed was that for some reason, I can't edit my agents right now in my developer org. It's like things are locked. I can't deactivate it. I can't create a new one. So right now I'm struggling with just being able to do things that my existing agent is configured to do. And that's why I'm messing with this student absence thing, because that's just what was in the org at the time. Hoping tomorrow it'll be fine and then I can make the agent more useful. So in the meantime, I'm just trying to exercise being able to email and have it call the agent and then give data back to the person that emailed it. So I will try the email again. I was just having it create this case just to make it easier to debug what's going on. So now I can actually see uh, the text that we're receiving. So that'll help me. I'm amazed it doesn't have my footer in here, but I think that's because I asked for the text version of it. And now I didn't get a response yet. But I think there's probably just a delay. Yep, now I got the response. I understand your request. However, I can't log this information for you. Please contact your school directly. Since there's probably an error in the flow. I wonder if the context doesn't let it call the flow. because it's going to be running as like this system thing. Actually, I'm not sure what it runs as. So this thing says it was created by me, but it was really created by the email handler. So that's interesting. Hmm. I wonder if I can see in the agent what it did. Yeah, no problem, Nate. So in here, you can get the history. So it was this one. So here we can see the text. Oh, here it did have the footer. So let's see what it did then. It selected the topic for student attendance tracking. But it thought it was off topic. So it didn't do it. I wonder if it was because of the footer. So I'm going to try again with deleting my footer. So a little bit more clean of an email. Although I'm confused how it got the footer when the case doesn't have the footer. Here I'm sending the email body. And when I create the case, I'm using email plain text body, which is the same thing. So I don't know. Well, that's weird. It doesn't have the footer. Here's a new reply. Okay, so this time I did try to call it. It's been recorded, but it doesn't really look like it created it. But it is calling the flow. So if I look at the history of that one, boy, the time doesn't look right on these. $55, here we go. My child would be missing school. It doesn't really, it's like it doesn't give me all the log. Here we go. It's just still logging it. That's the topic. You know, it doesn't really give you all the same details that it does when you are like just debugging it inside of here. I guess I should confirm that it didn't create the case. Yeah, it didn't. So maybe I can change the flow to just create the case. See if I have that flow. Here it is. So maybe let's just tell it to create the case. And on error, do that. Totally destroying this flow, but that's fine. Activate. Okay, let's try it again. I'm just sending the same email. The new one came in, but I don't know. It's almost like it's not calling the new version of the flow. I think something's just messed up with the agent. Or it's maybe I have the flow wrong. Maybe I'm updating the wrong flow. So in the support agent, I have a topic, which is the attendance, which has an action, which is update case, which should be calling this flow. Which is the one I just did, so I don't know how it could go wrong. Oh, create case, that's right. How about in the response on the error, we tell it case number is, and then we'll just say like 9999. Okay, I sent another email. I think Google waits like 30 seconds before it actually sends it to give you the chance to undo the send. Now the undo link just went away. Now we just gotta, how can I assist you today? Oh, it's not very helpful. But receive the data. It's really hard to debug this. Like, so I just get that response. But when I look at the logs, I don't get anything. I'll try sending another. Just takes forever to log it. Off topic. Because I had the footer in there again. So here the second one went through, and I'm still getting this. Your reference number is blank. I swear it's not calling the new flow. It's like, maybe I just need to do this in a different org. But I'm feeling like this is a waste of time. I'm also having a hard time understanding why. If this is the body that was sent, why is it that when it creates the case, oh, so this one had even more, but I think it was this one. Oh, it does have it here. Okay. So I must not have deleted it. Well, without being able to improve the quality of the agent, I think I'm just gonna move on with something else today and put it into it for here. But I think it might work. I guess I'm a little, when it comes to like logging records, it's going to be weird that it always logs it as me. Actually, I'm not quite sure if it's logging it as me. because I created Apex class or if it's because it's tied to. No, I think it's just always going to show up as me. So if I had like 7 different sales reps using this and they ask it to create a record, it's going to look like it was created by me instead of by the sales rep. So I think that's going to be weird, but I could at least assign it to them. Make them the owner of the record. For orgs that don't have Agentforce enabled, I could then use like this org as the thing that's handling the emails and then have it create the record in this other system by doing a call out. One of the challenges that I have is that I want to be able to help these other orgs use AI, but they don't have it enabled in their orgs. So I at least want to show them what they could be doing. The Agentforce agent does have its own user record, yeah. Right. So when it if the flow would work and the flow creates the record, I think it's going to show up as that Agentforce agent. Yeah, it's a good point. It is going to show up as a different one, but it's still not going to be the sales rep. It's not going to look like the sales rep created the record. But yeah, the Salesforce agent has its own user defined here. Well, I think I'd try again tomorrow. Maybe the system will be working better. I think I'm just going to move on with getting other work done. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll catch you next time. See ya.